Once upon a time, deep in the heart of the Whispering Woods, lived a young fox named Finn. He was smaller than the other foxes, with bright amber fur and a curious gleam in his eyes. Though small, Finn had a heart full of courage and a mind full of questions. One autumn morning, Finn set out on a journey. The elders had always told stories of the great river, a mysterious and powerful body of water that lay beyond the forest. But none of the younger animals had ever seen it. It was said to be so vast that no animal could swim across, and its current so strong that it could carry away even the mightiest bear. Yet, Finn's curiosity burned brighter than his fear. As he ventured deeper into the woods, the trees began to thin, and soon Finn could hear the distant roar of the river. His paws patted lightly on the fallen leaves, and his sharp ears twitched at every sound. When he finally reached the riverbank, he gasped. The river was more magnificent than he had ever imagined. The water rushed by, shimmering in the golden sunlight, and stretched as far as his eyes could see. But Finn wasn't alone. On the other side of the river, a small bird with blue feathers, barely visible from the distance, was chirping desperately. The bird's wing was injured, and it had no way to fly back across the river. Finn's heart pounded. How could he help? The river was too wide for him to swim, and the current too fierce for him to carry the bird. Finn paced along the riverbank, thinking. Then an idea struck him. He remembered something the wise old owl had once said. Sometimes the answer is not to fight against the river, but to work with it. With a determined gleam in his eyes, Finn dashed back into the woods. He gathered long vines and sturdy branches, tying them together to make a raft. When he was satisfied with his creation, he carefully pushed the raft into the water. The river's current was strong, but Finn used his wits to guide the raft, letting the flow take him in the direction he needed. Slowly but surely, he crossed the river. When Finn reached the other side, the little bird chirped in relief. He gently helped it onto the raft and began the journey back. This time, he allowed the current to guide them downstream until they reached a calmer part of the river where Finn could safely pull the raft ashore. The bird, whose name was Blue, thanked Finn with a song so sweet that it filled the forest with melody. Blue promised that whenever Finn was in trouble, he would call upon the birds of the forest to help him in return. From that day on, Finn became known as the bravest and wisest fox in the Whispering Woods, not because of his size or strength, but because of his heart and his ability to think in ways others couldn't. The animals of the forest would often gather to hear the tale of the little fox who outsmarted the great river, and Finn, with a humble smile, would simply say, "Sometimes the river helps those who listen to it." And so, the brave little fox and his friend Blue lived many more adventures, their bond a reminder that courage and kindness always triumph over fear. I hope you enjoyed the story.